read 3 books in November, but it's okay because I feel like I really challenged myself this month, and so it doesn't matter that I didn't read as much as I usually do because it's not a competition and I'm proud of myself for what I read. So let me show you those books. I read The Tragedy of Coriolanus by Shakespeare. 5 stars. I loved this and I really enjoyed the themes throughout. And not only because one of my favorite books of all time was inspired by this, but also because the themes in this book just feel so relevant. It's set in ancient Rome and it opens with the common people, the ordinary everyday people protesting because the elites of Rome have essentially manufactured a famine. They are hoarding all of this corn and the regular people are not being fed. They are being starved, and their chief enemy is a war general named Caius Marcius Coriolanus. When he returns home from war with the Volscian people, he is going to be elected to consul, so he's going to become what is essentially a politician. And the Roman people are not having it, and they exile him from the city. He returns back to Rome, and he is determined to burn Rome to the ground. I thoroughly enjoyed this and highly recommend it, and I recently posted a video where I explained how I went about reading this because I found this book to be very intimidating before starting. I also read Fane by Anne-Marie MacDonald, and this was a challenge for 2 reasons. The first being that it is 722 pages long, and the second is that it is set in the late 19th century, and MacDonald makes a really interesting choice to write this book as if it were a Victorian novel written in that time period. So I did have to lock in a little bit harder to understand the language, but once I got used to it, it was really enjoyable to read, and I absolutely love this book. It follows a young girl named Charlotte Bell who is very curious and eager to learn, and she grows up on a secluded and lonely estate with her father, but she is not allowed to leave this estate or have visitors over because she has a condition. One day, however, her father decides that he will hire a tutor for her, and after this tutor's arrival, one by one, family secrets start pouring out. And Charlotte really starts to learn about her own identity. I found this book to be a really interesting exploration of gender as a construct. However, please do check the trigger warnings. It's lyrically beautiful though, and I highly recommend the audiobook, which I read alongside the physical copy because it's narrated by the author herself, and she has a background in theater and acting, and it is just absolutely incredible, and I want her to narrate all of the audiobooks from now on. Thank you. And finally, I've read Clytemnestra by Costanza Casati, which is a Greek mythology retelling of the infamous, vengeful, and violent wife of the king of Mycenae named Agamemnon. Her name is Clytemnestra. She's so badass. I freaking love her. However, I have mixed feelings about this book, and if you would like to know more of my thoughts, I did post a full review yesterday, which I will have tagged below. Let me know what you have been reading or what you want to read in December.